It's going to be test after test after test. Especially if you're a cocky motherfucker. Because there's a lot of people who he reveals some shit to them and then they just take it and run with that shit and think they know every fucking thing. That's usually when the enemy infiltrates. And that's why how we have all these false prophets. That's because at some point they was working with them. But then they saw that they was right about something that they was told, or he told them. And then, because I mean, when the light is shown on you, the enemy is going to come at you. You're more susceptible to being attacked. And so the enemy get in their ear and start saying some shit, because, you know, he don't figure that person out, what kind of person they are. And then they just took that shit and just ran with it. And now everything that they say is a true. You know, that's why you have so many people who some of their prophecies are true and some of them ain't. But they still somehow being called prophets, when I really thought it says somewhere up in there that, like, if they're actually from me, then, because he don't lie, everything that comes out of that person's mouth is truth. So why are these people still getting away with being called prophets when they're liars? But that's how you know that's that world shit. But you're always going to be tested. So individuals to me who are trans are a test, because this is not our fucking body. How do you know? They say they feel more comfortable as a woman. This body, they don't, there's something, they know there's something in them, and then they know there's this body. They understand that there's two different things. That's what most people who have a problem with it can't understand, is that there are two bodies. We're not one body, there's two. We have a body within our body, and then we're a part of a body that's of a body. Like, this shit, it keeps going. It don't just stop, and everybody just wants to say, oh, this is it. They take the first step. Oh, I'm done. And they don't want to keep going when this shit keeps going and going and going and going. And most people just aren't really built for it. And they know it. And that's why they're so upset. And they lash out. You know, those are the best vessels for the enemy. But how do you know that? How do you know anything? You don't know any fucking thing. That's why you're supposed to just accept shit. Ask for discernment. Ask to understand, why is this happening? Even if he tells you, just trust me, whatever it may be, because it's not time for you to understand. Because there's still a whole bunch of shit that I have to accept that I don't understand yet. It's a lot. And that's because it's not time for me to know yet. But I know when it comes to individuals who identify in the wrong body, I'm not fit to go around telling nobody that. But the people who do go around telling them they're going to hell, they blah blah blah, those people are working for the enemy. Okay, just know that those people do not work for God; they work for the devil. The devil just has them deceived, and depending on how bad they are, God put them under delusion too, because they're just like, really, the fuck, like, I don't care. He created us, but he's not going to just let people go and just do whatever the fuck they want without some type of repercussion. It's just that I don't understand why people, even if you don't see it happening, it's happening. That's why you got to trust him. That's why you don't take vengeance on your own. If you feel like, you know, having a verbal whatever, I mean, is he gonna get mad at you for that? He ain't got mad at me for that, because I mean, every time it happened, I wasn't provoking someone, I wasn't starting the shit. Someone was starting shit with me, and I felt like defending myself versus staying quiet. For the most part, I just stay quiet or laugh hysterically at the person. I do whatever it is, just whatever, you know, just as long as I'm not breaking his laws. That's my only goal. But I'm not going to seek vengeance on anybody, because there's shit that I could have done to people that I thought about to get them back. But there's nothing I could ever do that would be as great as what he ends up doing. Because fortunately, you know, some people, like, you have to know everybody who's wronged you is going to get theirs. But some people are lucky to get a front row seat. And I have been one of those people. To everybody. If I didn't have a front row seat, then I was like up in the nosebleeds. Like, regardless, I was in a stadium. I knew what the fuck happened to them. I saw some part of it. I was able to hear a part of it, something, some kind of way. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to say shit. That's why whenever I see people threatening people with the Bible, threatening people with God, calling on their groupies, like, oh my God, like I've seen, you know, these false prophets, preachers or whatever, you know, somebody accused them of something, they'll go on their little platform and be like, you know, all weapons formed against me will not prosper. You know, God doesn't take kind, you know, to people attacking his people. You know, if you do something like this, then you do the, you know, then like pointing a person out, what they did, showing text messages and giving out the person's identity. So now his little groupie people can go and harass that person, because that's what ends up happening. When it's like, you don't have to call nobody out like that and then threaten them with the word and with God. You don't have to say shit unless you just absolutely feel like it, because you are an asshole. Because you are an arrogant prick. And he got some arrogant pricks that may work for him too. I don't doubt that. I mean, we come in many different kinds, but we all serve him. But those people who just make it a routine to just threaten people, and I've seen them do it, it is so weird. And that is so not right. You don't have to do that at all. Like, you're like low-key taking your own vengeance by putting this person publicly on blast like this. But whatever. What was my point? See, I just be talking sometimes because I don't care. But then when I start thinking, then I think and think and think and think, and then I'm like, oh shit, did I say something? But it's like, who cares? Who's listening? But then one day everybody will be listening. And then it really doesn't matter, because people find out your business anyway. So what the fuck does it matter? It's like you have no secrets. People think they have secrets. I don't get that.